I'm so excited to be here today. Today launches a new beginning, not in my life, but in the life of everyone that lives and breathes in this building. I have the privilege of understanding now and partial what a gift is. From my own personal life, I grew up in a single-family home. My mother raised 5 kids by herself. And I grew up in an abusive situation where my father really wasn't the kind of person that was very nice. He was a gambler. He was a person that really didn't understand what being a really true father really was. And in essence of my first beginnings of understanding who I was anger and rage and discomfort and not being comfortable in my own skin. And I don't know about you, but I kind of looked at the world through different lenses. My father was a very prejudiced man. He didn't like whites. But I had a mother that loved everybody. And through the very molding and shaping of my life, I began to understand who people are and how they operate. And the two sides of life were actually inside my house. And that house became my heart. And so it's with those lenses that I began to look at life as sometimes angry and sometimes happy and loving and helping. And oftentimes we look at that gift that we have, something like this box. This box represents me and you today. This box represents us. It's a normal box. But in that same way, me understanding myself and understanding that box, understanding who I was as a person, was kind of conflictual. Because at times I felt great about who I was. At times I was angry about who I was. But I'd always hear people say, you have such potential. You have such a gift inside of you. And I thought, gift? I don't really have anything. Sometimes I have love and sometimes I have anger. And for some of us, we really struggle with the understanding of who we are and where we're going and how we're going to get there. But I believe that a gift is this. A gift is something that's been given to you by our Creator God that is so powerful that it helps you and it helps other people. And for me, I had to really wrap my brain around understanding who I was. Do you ever think about who you are? Do you ever think about, like, if you're in the right place? Are you comfortable in your own skin? I came to a personal epiphany in my life that really shifted the game of understanding what that was. And it was a decision to follow. It was a decision to follow what was right and righteous. And I came to the realization that maybe some of us have come. Like Robert Frost says, 2 roads diverged in a woods. And I took the road less traveled, and it's made all the difference in my life. Then that reality of taking the step forward on from here, where am I going to go? So I bought into the truth of I had a gift. I could take a football and I could run up and down the field. And I understood what it meant to say, well, I can do this. But it was the actual football that got me out of the ghetto and became a local hero. But there were 2 things I struggled with. 2 things I think that we all kind of struggle with ourselves. It's kind of the fear of failure. That fear that sometimes maybe, what if I fail? What if I am not going to be successful? What is going to happen to me if I fail? And some of that becomes even self-sabotage. So I'll go ahead and say, I'm not going to be successful because if I do fail, then I'll have a way to get myself out of it. The second thing that I feel about the fear is it's the fear of success. And this fear oftentimes haunts us. It's that what if that you yourself, your person, becomes something that's absolutely phenomenal, that you have something inside of you that actually changes the world. And from here to the rest of the world, that fear of success becomes a howling voice that echoes constantly in the back of your head. There's a poem that I'd like to read that underscores this. by Mary Ann Williamson. It's called Who Are You? It says, our deepest fear is that we are not inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and famous? Actually, who are you not meant to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world good. There's nothing enlightened about you shrinking back and feeling insecure around others. You were born to make manifest the glory of God. It is not just in some of us, it is in every single one of us. And when you let your light shine, you automatically give other people permission to do the same. And we are totally liberated when we are. Our presence automatically gives people permission to do the same. And so it is me and my past and where I came from. It's that two roads diverged in a wood, that I took the road less traveled, the road of righteousness. But I had to come as we had this concept, and my beautiful wife is so awesome. And she said, you know, I recognize a gift inside of you, and it's speaking. And she said, what if we took that same gift and launched it into every heart of every underprivileged child who may have had a background just like yours? And what if we gave them a gift? And yes, you may say, yes, this person is kind of like us. We have a gift. But maybe there's something inside of you that will take you and your gift outside of the box. Because it is the current reality for you to not just be a gift, but to use that gift. Before I reach into this box and bring this gift out, it is so powerful beyond measure. And when I show you this gift, it will be a representation of you sitting in the seat that you're sitting in right now. And the question is, how many of us in this room think that we're just ordinary people? Just walking through life, going to a job, punching a clock. But the reality is that you make life worth living. And when you begin to reach inside of the gifts and talents you have inside of you, something great happens. That something great is called anticipation. And it is a beautiful gift. It is something that's absolutely gorgeous, brilliant. We could say almost supernatural. That you realize that you are a gift, that there's a vision around this gift, that 3, 5, 7 years later, there's something supernatural about this that's absolutely phenomenal. It's both handsome and beautiful. And the wrappings that you have, that you were born into this world with, irrevocably awesome. There are 3 things that I share with over 3,225 children in 6 cities. It is this very message of change, of them being a gift and them understanding who they are. There are 3 things I want to share with you in closing. One is that you have to really see yourself as a gift. You have to really understand and really begin to sell yourself on the fact that you are a gift. Everybody say, I'm a gift. And the reality around that there's a vision for that gift 3, 5, 7 years down the road. It's unwrapping. It's not unraveling. It's unfolding. It's not spiraling out of control, but it's actually something that methodically happens as you begin to walk in your gifts, talents, and passions. It's absolutely supernatural. And I charge this second piece with the fact that you personally have to embrace that gift. It's yours. if we did a chromosomal check on you and we did a database readout, that you personally have a DNA that's unlike anybody else's. You'll never be like anybody else. You're so unique. There's a reality that you personally will never, ever be replicated. You can never be cloned. You are unique. And number 3, this 3 has also 3 parts of it. And this is a challenge to you, and there's 3 parts. It's 1, but it's 3. Most of the thoughts that we have are explosive. We think it's 1, and it becomes multiplice. That's a good word, isn't it? But your current reality is true here today. That if you take these 3 things in your life, it moves a person like me from inner city St. Petersburg, a low-income area, to a stage like this, as we begin to move from what is myth. Because, see, you personally have to take what you dream about and expand, and it has to be anchored in reality. You see, the first of the 3 prongs is that I have to step out. You see, you have to step out. You're not the same average person. You have to step out of where you are. You've got to step out of the crowd and not just be like someone else. You were not built to be a clone. You were built to be unique. And with the 3,250 kids that we serve in the 6 cities that are underprivileged, we share with them these same 3 truths, that they have to step out of their past, beyond their circumstances, to break the cycle of poverty. And sometimes many of us have that same mentality of being trapped in the reality of not accomplishing the mission that we're supposed to. Step out of the crowd. Number 2, step up to the reality. It is time for your time to shine is now, not later. Your playing small does not serve the world. The reality is true for you, is that you were born with a light. And when you step up to the plate, you step into reality that other people can actually see who you are, and they look at how handsome and how gorgeous and how brilliant and how talented you are. And number 3 is step out into your destiny. Step out, step up, and then step out into. So I can step out, but I've got to begin to step out into that destiny. So moving forward from here, this beautiful gift that we have represents the 3,250 kids that we serve in 3 states. But it also represents that same message that each and every one of you are a gift. And you have that gift. And that gift has been given to you by the Almighty Creator God. And as you begin to sharpen that gift and use that gift in a positive way, not just to discover for yourself, which is in part, but to make a difference in the life of other people, it becomes something that's actually a tidal wave. I hope for you today that you'll take this to heart. I hope that you'll gather the current reality that you are a gift, that you were born to make manifest the glory of God. And that light that shines within you shines oh so bright when you step out of the crowd, when you step up into the reality, and you step into the purpose-filled destiny that's carved out just for you. Hoping that you will leave today, hoping that you will leave this room, leave this session, leave this time with the true reality that you were not born to be common. You were not born to be ordinary. You were born to be extraordinary. Everybody say, I'm a gift. I'm a gift. Thank you very much.